Recently, I've been listening to a Jordan Peterson podcast with H3H3, and he was asked, what would be the best advice you could give to your young self, or something along those lines. And Peterson's answer was, don't be all high and mighty, that you don't take advantage of the humble opportunities that are granted to you. And although Jordan Peterson gave it in the context to his former younger self, but this advice applies to anyone, anytime. We all have access to a certain amount of opportunities. In life, and even more so in our modern times, it's easy to get lost in vanity, to get lost in the desire to accomplish big things. So much so that the simple things we could be doing right now seem rather insignificant or meaningless. Ask yourself, what are the things you could be doing right now? What are the things you currently have access to, but you're not doing? In one of their interviews, the members of Muse, my favorite rock band, said they first got together to play in a school music competition. Fast forward 20 years later, they're now one of the most successful rock bands of all times. How many of you have had the opportunity to play in a school festival? How many have had the chance to play an instrument, to play a sport, to learn a dance? Of course, I'm not saying you would automatically succeed just by doing them, but that's the first step. That is the first step to discovering what you like and what you're good at. And even more importantly, ask yourself what you did when you weren't doing those things. Were you playing video games? Were you watching some movies? Were you out with your friends, mindlessly drinking, trying to forget about reality, trying to escape reality? And don't get me wrong, each one of these things could be good and is actually good under certain circumstances. But if you're in a place in your life which you don't like, maybe you should consider dropping those things and seizing the opportunities that are right in front of you. So next time you feel like complaining, you feel how everyone is lucky except you, how you're this and that and it's preventing you from getting what you want, think about this. What are the opportunities in your life that you could be taking right now, but you are not? Could you start practicing a sport? Could you start a Facebook page? Could you start a YouTube channel? Could you actually go out and talk to a girl you like? Could you go on Google and search for ways to make money online and actually follow them? Could you read a fucking book? If your life is not what you want it to be, here's a simple question to ask yourself. Am I reading books? How many books have you read in 2018? And if nothing, then why the fuck not? At least be aware of it. This does not mean you will instantly find the motivation and willpower to do all of those things. That's a topic for another day. But at least be aware of it. Know that you're not so much of a victim that you make yourself to be. Know that controlling your fate is very well between your hands. Seize the fucking opportunities you have. You never know when you will lose them. Before I end this video, which I'm not even sure I should call video, and as you may have noticed, this is my very first video on this channel at least. Basically seizing the opportunity. Making use of, or rather good use of the little free time I have. And so I would appreciate it if you were to share any of your thoughts in the comments below, whether be it about the content of the video or the video itself, specifically what you think about not having an intro nor an outro. I always thought they were a big waste of time and people should just like move on to the topic right away. And yeah, so thanks for watching, and if you're actually an actual human who likes the content of what you heard, hit that subscribe button. I'll be uploading about 15 videos in the upcoming 30 days. So yeah, stay tuned. Cheers, mates.